Hi, Rohit. Every team enters a competition hoping to win it, but this one would be a special title considering that the tournament hasn't followed a set cycle. You know, it's not like the World Cup, so it comes after a while. So this would be a special title for you.
Look, it's happening after 2017, which is almost 8 years now. Look, every title, every ICC trophy that you play, it is so important. And not just this Champions Trophy, but the previous World Cups that we have played, they were all important for us. And it's no different here. ICC Champions Trophy, again, a very important tournament for all of us. And yeah, you come here thinking that you want to lift the trophy, but there are so many things that you have to do right before holding on to that trophy. So I think as a team, our focus will be on that, how we can do things right on the field and how we can move forward. So that will be our goal. That will be our thinking, how we can think about just one game at a time and keep moving forward from there. So yes, to answer your question, it's a very, very important tournament.
हाय रोहित भाई अगर हम बाकी टीमों का कॉम्बिनेशन देखें इंडिया का देखें ऑफ कोर्स इंडिया को सारे मैचेस दुबई में खेलने 5 स्पिनर्स का जो कॉम्बिनेशन आपने सेलेक्ट किया तो इसके पीछे क्या सोच थी
2 स्पिनर है बाकी 3 ऑलराउंडर है तो आई एम नॉट लुकिंग एट देम एज अ 5 स्पिनर you know those 3 guys can bat and can bowl also बाकी दूसरे टीमों में फास्ट बॉलर ऑलराउंडर रहते तो वहाँ पे बोलते कि 6 फास्ट बॉलर लिया इन्होंने अच्छा है बट हमारा जो स्ट्रेंथ है हम उस पर काम करते हैं और उस पर टीम चलाने की कोशिश करते हैं दोज 3 guys जडेजा अक्सर वॉशी give us a different dimension to the game, to our combination, to our squad, and they add a lot to this team and give us a lot of depth. That is why we wanted to try and get the players who can have 2 skills rather than 1 skills.
Thank you.
Rohit ji, the other night we saw you batting to 2 local net bowlers, and I think 2 of them at least hail from Pakistan. What was it like batting? Because from where we were seated, it looked like their pace was really fast.
Both of them were really good bowlers. I got a lot of feedback from our batters that they were really, really good. That's about it, and we had a little bit of time to chat with them as well. They live here. Other than that, I don't know. I don't know much about them. This was the first time we saw them, and they were both really, really quality bowlers.
Rohit, having scored heavily in this stadium last series, you even hit a century against Pakistan. What is it that is needed to get an upper hand here when compared with other venues?
I think it's about assessing the pitch as quickly as possible, and then you let your batsmanship, you let your experience, you let your mind take over. That's what I've done here. Whenever I've played here, we've played a lot of cricket here in the recent past. It does assist all types of bowlers. So as a batter, you need to be just slightly mindful of that, and try and assess as quickly as possible. And that is what I've done here whenever you play here. Not just here, but anywhere you play, you try and assess as quickly as possible, and then let your instinct, your batsmanship, and the situation of the team take over. And that is what I've tried to do here.
Hi Rohit, this is Sanjeevni from Bowl India News. Definitely the pitch for Dubai is not that great for spinners, and we also don't have Bumrah in the squad. You rightly mentioned we have 2 spinners and 3 all-rounders. How is Team India well in a position to face the opposition team in Champions Trophy 2025?
No, we'll play this tournament as we've played any other tournaments, whether it is ICC tournaments or whether it is any other series that we play for India. Playing for India means a lot to all of us. And then going out there and representing the country, not just me, but the other 14 guys in the squad will do the same thing. There will be times where you will miss certain players, but I think there is enough quality, enough depth, enough experience in the team for us to come here quite confident and be confident about what we want to do here. And then see how it goes. It's very easy for anyone or all of us to think far ahead and forget about what we need to do tomorrow. So I think we'll just think about what we need to do tomorrow and then take it from there.
Rohit, not a lot of one-dayers for India last year. In that context, to have this series against England, and not just the victory margin, but the fact that so many good things came out of that, what does that tell you going into this tournament?
Yeah, playing that series, we knew there's not enough games that we have before this tournament, but I think whatever we spoke of, whatever as a team we wanted to do, the ethics of this team, the brand of this team that we wanted to play, I think we pretty much did that in all games. When you are playing a series before a tournament like that, you want to try and tick off certain boxes, and I thought we ticked off those boxes. We played very good cricket. We batted well, and we bowled pretty well. Got a team like England. Sorry about this. Got the team restricted for a below par score on 3 occasions. So twice we bowled first, once we batted and we posted 350 runs, 350 odd runs there. So all in all, I think it was a good series, but I said it before the series started that we wanted to do things where we left off in the World Cup and carry on that kind of momentum into that England series and from there onwards to the Champions Trophy. But we do understand that every it's good. Every series we play is a different challenge. Every venue has its own challenge, and Dubai obviously will be a different challenge. So quickly assessing what's required to do here tomorrow will be the key for us. So if we can assess quickly and adjust our batting or bowling quickly, that will help us moving forward.
Hi Rohit, Nikhil here. My question's regarding the conditions. We had a very unusual scenario yesterday where we had overcast conditions and it kept raining here in Dubai. It's expected to be overcast on match day as well. How does that alter your plan in terms of what you thought when the team was selected and when you come here with the overcast conditions? And also dew we know is a major factor here in Dubai. You've been here for a few days. What have you noticed with that?
I'm not too sure about the dew. Dew is a very unknown factor to all of us, and it is very, very unpredictable because, like for us in India, we are so much aware of certain conditions and certain venues. That also surprised us a little bit when we played in Nagpur the previous day before the game. There was so much dew, but during the game there was no dew. So you can't really think too much about that and prepare based on that. In terms of the conditions, the overhead conditions, I think it's not a massive difference where you're playing in 28, 30 degrees to a 10 degree or a 15 degree. It is going to be overcast. If it is, we have the arsenal to combat that. If there are conditions which is helping the bowlers, with the overhead conditions, the bowlers are there to exploit that. And the batters, if we bat in those overhead conditions, they exactly know what to do.
Yeah, Rohit, Josh Butler said after that series that the the big difference was, India's top batsman getting hundreds. He was referring to your hundred. This during the course of conversation with Michael Atherton and Nas Hussain in Sky Sports. How much of this conversation goes on in your team? And they also said that there is a 2020 style of play reflected more in one-day cricket now.
What is the question?
No, the question is, were the top 3 or 4 batsmen getting hundreds for big totals?
Yeah. Of course. I mean, that's the key to have success in this format. Your top 3, 4, 5 batsmen needs to get that big score for you to post a big score eventually. So I think, our top 4 batters are quite experienced, and once they are set, once they are in, they like to get those big runs. So they do understand that, and everyone understands that, between your top 4, one has to get that big score. And in the World Cup, we've seen it as well when we played that ODI World Cup. There were only few hundreds that we scored, but we went on to score quite a few times, 350 plus scores or 330 scores like that. So I think it's about all 7, 8 batters chipping in, whether you get big score or not, but all 7 or 8 batters needs to contribute. And whatever the responsibility, whatever the understanding that we have of them, it's all about, putting those contributions ahead. I have seen it in the recent past where even without scoring 100, the teams have managed to get par score or above par score in ODI format, because everybody wants to chip in and everybody has chipped in. That will be our focus. We will not be looking at the individual milestone and stuff like that. We want to play whoever the 2 batters are in there, they have to do the job, and the guy goes in after that has a job to do as well. So if 7, 8 of us think like that, we will end up getting the score that we are looking for. So it's just about everyone contributing to the cause.
Rohit, are you happy with the form of your deputy Shubman Gill, considering struggled a bit in Australia, and after that the way he's come back, with good runs in the series against England?
No, look, Gill is a very, very classy player. There was never a doubt about his ability in this squad. The formats, I think we tend to mix formats, and I don't think that's the right way to judge any player. Certain players have their strength in certain formats, and if the one format doesn't go well, doesn't mean that the other format will be the same. And it's there for all of us to see what happened in Australia. Things have changed, suddenly in a different format. So with Gill, we know, the numbers are crazy of Gill. If you look at it, he's been superb for us in the last 3-4 years that he has batted. And obviously there is a reason that he's been elevated to be the vice captain of the team as well. Hopefully, he has a great tournament, and it eventually will help us achieve that things that we are looking to achieve.
Rohit, you will be playing all your games here in the Dubai. The surface here produces results that helpful for the chasers. Toss plays a vital factor actually. So in that context, what are the T21 World Cup, 21 IPL, even IL T20 recently, the chasing team was winning. So the luck plays a very big factor, and you will be playing all the games here. So that is what is your perspective on that?
No, look, I never go with a set plan of thinking about this in this venue. This has worked for certain teams, so we should try and do that. Whatever works for us, we will try and do that, whether it is batting second or batting first. I've still not seen the pitch. We need to still see the pitch and talk to the groundsmen about the conditions of the ground and stuff like that. Whatever the recent games have been played here were all T20 formats. So I don't know if it's the right thing to look at that and do our judgment. I think it's important that whatever we feel is comfortable doing against certain opposition. Okay, because all oppositions are different. Some oppositions like to bat first and put runs on the board. So we would, think about it, whether we want to make them bat first or not. So it works like that. With me, at least, if I have to be really honest, I think like that, where there are certain things, yes, that we want to do as a team, but you have to look at the opposition, that what they are comfortable doing as well. So there will be a lot of chat around that with me and Gigi and the other boys as well. And we'll do whatever is necessary for the team, whatever is right, we feel, we'll try and do that.
Rohit, you had a chance to you had a chance to look at Kuldeep and Shami returning from injury in the England series. Are they back to their best in terms of bowling fitness?
Bowling fitness, they're fine. Look, again, Shami's played only 2 games, 2 international games, and then obviously couple of T20s as well. All we wanted with Shami was to get back wearing their India colours more than anything else. Whether he gets wickets or not, that was completely immaterial for us at that point. We wanted him to get back to playing for India, and he's done that. And whatever I have seen of him so far looks perfectly fine, absolutely fine. When you talk about a bowler like Shami, who's done the job over the years so many times for us, for them it's just about getting back to their rhythm, and hopefully he can find some rhythm early on in this tournament and help the team. Kuldeep, again, very similar, was injured, had a hernia operation just after that New Zealand series, and was out of action for 2.5 months. And for him also, it was important to get back playing and get back into that rhythm. The 2 games that again he played, the numbers will not show, and with certain players you don't have to look at numbers so much and in detail. For certain players, it's just about getting back to playing. The numbers will come, and that is what, as a captain, as a coach, our faith is in, with certain players. And whatever prep he's had coming here, he looks good, looks quite confident in what he wants to do. And if these 2 guys are in form, the team looks very, very different.
रोहित, आप हमेशा बोलते हो कि जब इंडिया के लिए खेलते हो तो हर एक मैच इम्पोर्टेंट होता है, लेकिन ये जो टूर्नामेंट का फॉर्मेट है कि 4-4 के ग्रुप्स है, हर मैच सचमुच का बहुत बड़ा हो जाता है, क्योंकि अच्छा खेले तो आगे निकल जाना और ख़राब खेल हुआ तो पैर फिसल जाना. इस हिसाब में ये टूर्नामेंट का फॉर्मेट और पहला मैच का इम्पोर्टेंस आप क्या कहो?
नहीं, देखिए, आईसीसी का जो भी फॉर्मेट आप खेलते हो, आई थिंक बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट हो जाता है, क्योंकि चाहे वो वर्ल्ड कप, T20 वर्ल्ड कप हो, या ODI वर्ल्ड कप हो, या चैम्पियंस ट्रॉफी हो, ये तीनों फॉर्मेट में आपके पास उतने मौके नहीं है कि आप कम बैक कर सको. हालांकि 50 ओवर वर्ल्ड कप थोड़ा सा डिफरेंट है, क्योंकि 10 मैच आपको मिलते हैं खेलने के लिए. तो अगर आप 1-2 मैच फिसल भी जाओ तो देयर इज़ ऑलवेज अ चांस टू कम बैक. बट T20 में और इसमें हमने देखा है कि 2 या 3 लीग गेम्स है, अगर आप एक मैच हारोगे तो आपके ऊपर प्रेशर बढ़ जाता है. तो एवरी गेम बिकम्स वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. हम लोग सबको ये चीज़ पता है, बट इसके बारे में ज़्यादा सोच कर अपने आप को पागल नहीं करना है. आई जस्ट फील दैट let the game start and let's see where it goes.
Rohit, Varun Chakravarti has been discussed all over the world.
All over the world.
How do you face
अच्छी
him?
बात है ना.
Yeah. How do you face him during the nets? I mean, do you still think that he's a mystery bowler?
नेट में तो हमको ज़्यादा वेरिएशन से डालता नहीं है वो. एक ही तरीके से बॉल डालता है, तो शायद हो सकता है कि वो हमको भी नहीं दिखाना चाह रहा है कि उसके पास क्या है. But that is a good thing. If he's got certain weapon that he wants to just put it out there when it actually matters, I'm more than happy if he wants to do that. But he's got something different, which is why he is here with us. तो जितना भी उसका हमने पिछले 8 या 9 महीने में जो भी देखा है काफ़ी इम्प्रेसिव लगा है, तो इसीलिए हमको यहाँ पर उसको लाना था और देखना था कि उनके पास क्या है, ऐसे स्टेज पे टीम इंडिया के लिए क्या कर सकते हैं. तो लेट्स सी नाउ व्हाट हैपेंस. गेम है, इट्स जस्ट अबाउट नाउ एग्जीक्यूटिंग दैट ऑन द फील्ड.
Thanks, Captain. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.